I'll go back to API 5.10 and start with API 5.10. In other videos, we'll explain our other courses. So if you go to API 5.10 course, this is, I'll explain the full course. So let's see what this course has. This course is CPD accredited. So it's got 60 CPD credit hours. You shall have 8 hours of video in this course, 208 lectures, 1,300 questions, and 3,500 flashcards. You get the access of 120 days, 24/7 course access, plus the online support, as I told you here. If you have any general queries or any technical queries, anything is not clear, or you have any access problem, you can always contact us throughout the course. So this is 60 CPD credit hours and covers, it's got 13 modules, 208 lectures, and it covers all the publication, latest publication effectivity sheet. That's 5.10, pressure vessel code, 571 damage mechanism, 572 inspection practice for pressure vessel, it's a recommended practice, 576 pressure relieving devices, 577 welding inspection and metallurgy, 578 material verification program, or as famously known PMI, positive material identification, PCC2, repair of piping and pressure vessels, ASME section 5, non-destructive testing code, and ASME section 8, pressure vessel construction code that is extensively used in the industry, and ASME section 9, welding and welder's qualification and building procedure. So module 1, we explain the study plan, how you go through the navigation, navigate the documents, and explain distribution of exam questions. And we have some exam tips, and there is a free quiz that you can use here. You can click on this button and then use our free quiz here. Okay. Module 2, we explain the body of knowledge and the scoring area. So as long as you are good at high scoring areas, you're competent, you should be safe and pass the exam. The important point is that you're good at the high scoring areas. So we explain where the questions are coming from. On module 3 through 10, we explain the rest of the publication effectivity sheet. That's 510, 571, 572, inspection practice, 576, PRD or pressure relieving devices, 577, welding inspection metallurgy, 78, PMI, PCC2, repair of piping and pressure vessels, and section 5, section 8, and section 9. And we have brought a lot of pictures, and plus the most important thing is we have explained the knowledge and concepts behind all these, and also the importance, facts and figures. And module 11, it's got so many lessons. It's practically the highlights of the publication effectivity sheet for each lesson and each document. And module 12, we have 4 sets of flashcards from highlights of the modules and shall be treated as potential exam question. And we have 850 questions between 3 sets of closed and open book, 5 sets of closed and open book exams, and as well as practice question and quizzes in module 13. If you opted for a premium or mock exam package, you can always pay the difference and get access to the full course that we strongly advise to buy the full course. So our questions, mock exam questions, are in the spirit of the API examination. That's basically focused on verifying your knowledge of pressure vessel, how to apply them, and it also checks your understanding of the concepts, and especially the flashcards. That's where you need to focus on. We have highlighted all the important potential questions, and Remember that API does not ask the question directly from these codes and recommended practices, but they will provide you a question in a context or in a scenario. So they want to know if you understand the concepts and principles rather than merely memorizing the facts and figures. So it's very important that you understand the concept and how to apply them and what brought us in recommended practice, which is actually a good engineering practice and a concise version of years of engineering experience and operation experience. So the depth of each topic covered is proportional to the expected number of questions. This is like because you want to spend your study time more efficiently and concentrating on high score exam topics. For 571, many candidates face difficulties, so we made exception. We made lots of flashcards and lots of questions we brought that so you can get the most out of it. We have also complemented our mock exam question with some practical type of questions. So these are mostly for closed book because this is, you should know as an inspector, API 510 pressure vessel inspector, from the top of your head, because this is like day-to-day questions. And this is called awareness type of question or practical type of question. We have also brought a lot of videos, exam tips, time management techniques, and mock exam with explanations and many more. The same way that API designed a question, our question is designed by a team of SMEs, subject matter experts, and the course is revised regularly based on the latest edition of the publication effectiveness sheet. As a part of our continuous campaign, we pay special attention to candidates' feedback and queries, since this would highlight whether we could explain a topic well enough or not. And the objective to it is to have the least number of queries as one of our key performance indicators. And all your feedbacks, we see that maybe we didn't, explain it very clearly, and we revised that part as the question comes in. So as I said, you have a mock exam package. That's the cheapest version, as 1,300 questions, 24 sets of flashcards, and 1 hour of video. And the premium mock exam, which has the same number of mock exam questions, 3,500 flashcards, and 1 hour of video clips. And anytime you feel like you want to upgrade, you can pay the difference only. You don't need to buy our other package option, pay the full price. And our full course has also the advantage that for any reason whatsoever you fail, you couldn't attend it, you're sick, whatever happened, we will renew it for free for you for another 4 months. You can always write to us, inspectortraining.com, or use our WhatsApp, and you can also study our first and second module for free. I'll quickly go through our course content here. So you got basic facts. We put a video here, including this video that's going to be uploaded, and exam tips, and a benchmark quiz. That's free. You can always try that. And you can always try that here, the free quiz, and you can press this button to buy our courses. And it goes through PayPal. So your bank details are safe. We don't have your bank details. It goes directly through PayPal. So this is a 120 days course access, 24/7 online support plus course access. And on module 2, we talk about body of knowledge and scoring area. The whole module 3, as you can see, is about NDT, ASME section 5, introduction to NDE, general requirements, leak test, magnetic, liquid, penetrant, radiography, UT thickness measurement, and we put a UT, which is not exactly coming to the exam all of it, but it's good to know. We have explained what is coming for the exam, and a video of NDTs courses and a flashcards. We have 4 sets of flashcards plus 2 sets of mock exam question. On ASME section 9, welding engineering is covered in module 4, and that includes welding procedure, welder qualification, welding materials, and the videos, and also a pictorial of WPS and WPQ, what is in, what is out, do's and don'ts, and ASME flashcards and practice questions. On 577, welding inspection, we talk about welding process. There are 8 popular processes that came in 577. Welding inspection, and a video and a visual inspection, and weld defects and repairs, plus cue cards and practice questions. And as you can see, the 571, damage mechanism and corrosion. This is very extensive, terms and definitions, and the popular damage mechanism methods that you need to know according to the body of knowledge, and publication effectivity sheet. We brought lots of flashcards, 6 of them, and 5 sets of mock exam questions that might come. And ASME section 8, we talk about construction code, pressure vessel construction code, and we have brought this in by topics and also by part number or section number. And we have 2 sets of flashcards and practice questions. And you might appreciate that out of 170 questions, not more than 10-12 questions come from here. So unlike many training providers that they might concentrate a lot on these, there are not many questions coming. So we just explained enough to cover the publication effectivity sheet and get your appreciation of 510, which is actually coming from ASME section 8, but then 510 is the dominant document here for this study. And then 572, we brought it first before 510 because this is the inspection practice, so you appreciate what is actually done at the field. It's a very useful document, and as an API 510 pressure vessel inspector, you would actually frequent these documents a lot more than 510, because 510 is about do's and don'ts, and 572 inspection practice is about how you do it and what you do. So we brought 5 sets of flashcards and a practice question, and then the all-important 510, which is introduction to, and then all the chapters one by one is explained in details. This is a 60-page long document, but this is one of the most important document here, and almost 40-45% in combination with 572. You're talking about half of the question coming from this alone. So you need to really concentrate on this, especially that 60-page long. 5 sets of flashcards and a practice question, and then the new addition of documents that has been recently introduced and will be applicable from next exam is repair of pressure equipment and piping, and then API 576 pressure relieving device. This is very concise because there are not many questions coming, probably 4 or 5 questions, 3-4 questions coming from there. Pressure relieving devices, and all you need to know is the very basics of 4 types of pressure relieving devices. And the PMI, positive material identification, again, this document has recently been expanded significantly, but as an inspector you should know the types of the PMIs and the certification, the recording, any NCR, where they are used, and that sort of thing. So very concise. And we brought some flashcards, and then we have 63 lessons on publication effectivity sheets, which is the highlights of all this. For example, we got all the ASME section 5. These are around 8 lessons on ASME section 5, and we cover all the publication effectivity sheet, the highlights, where, so you appreciate where this is coming from, our course lessons. And then ASME section 9 and 577. As you can see, we went smoothly from NDT to welding inspection, to PMI, to pressure relieving devices, to damage mechanism, and to piping construction code, and inspection practice 572, and then finally the 510 inspection code, pressure vessel. And then we also brought again this flashcard, so you can go quickly to the flashcard section and see the highlights. This is especially last few days before your exam starts, is very important. And then finally we have the benchmark quizzes, practice question on NDT, welding, engineering, welding inspection, damage mechanism, piping, pressure vessel construction code, and inspection practice 572, and then the open and closed book, 5 sets, 3 closed book and 2 open book. So this is the whole of the 510 pressure vessel inspector. If you have any question, please contact us through WhatsApp or email, and we shall be happy to help. For listening.